Hi guys, I'm Tim and this is Micky and we're here at Big Bear Bikes in Pickering, North Yorkshire, North Yorkshire's premier independent bike shop. And obviously, Micky, all things electric bikes are absolutely flying right now, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
The shop's rammed. I think we must have had 20 people buying e-bikes in the shop in the last week alone. And this one is fresh in. This is the Gen 4 2023 Trek Rail 9.8.
Yeah.
So the Trek Rail's been out for a little while now.
Yeah,
But for anyone that's not looked at it, what is it?
It's an electric bike.
It's an electric bike. Thanks for the obvious, that's great.
This is Trek's kind of absolute mainstream electric mountain bike. Absolute all singing, all dancing, do everything mountain bike. Yeah.
If you think like the e-bike smile, big power, loads of range, loads of fun, you think Trek Rail, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but this is the 9.8.
Yeah.
So from a lineup point of view, this is pretty much top tier.
This is almost there. Yeah. So you've only got the 9.9.
Yeah.
This is. Yeah. There's lots of some really cool features on
A
this
lot of bike. So we're going to talk through the bike now, guys, and give you a bit of a flavour on e-bikes, what they're about, who they're for, where you might ride it, and specifically looking at this Rail 9.8, you know, what it comes with, what makes this bike so special. So if people are thinking about buying a Trek Rail, what kind of riding is that really for?
Well, to be fair, with the electric assist, it's for anything, really. If you want to do your cross-country stuff, you could put some slightly slicker tyres on and go put some miles on it.
Right.
So it's got a massive battery in this one, so you've got the range to do whatever you want, but it's also capable enough to point it down or go do some real gnarly technical descents, and this will just eat it up. So it's a real versatile bike for what it is.
So from a geometry point of view, the Trek Rail is based on the Slash, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and the Slash is the top level enduro bike.
Exactly.
From Trek.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very capable bike. Obviously we've got full suspension front and rear. What have we got in terms of travel?
So you got 160mm forks on that, 150mm rear wheel travel. Happy
days. So we've got loads of travel, really confidence inspiring bike. I actually rode this at Glen Tress. You might have seen one of our other videos on YouTube. We compared it with the Fuel EXE. And yeah, genuinely so confidence inspiring. It's quite slack. It's a little bit heavier, but actually that makes the bike feel really planted.
Exactly.
It's got loads of travel, so kind of whatever comes your way with the 29-inch wheels, you feel really confident to take it on. Kind of monster truck, right? Yeah,
exactly. I think especially with the suspension platform on this, your e-bike, it just sits a little bit more into that travel and it gives you that supple ride constantly, rather than some of these real lightweight manual bikes that sometimes just feel a little bit harsh off the top. An e-bike with that excess weight in it just sits a little bit closer into your travel, and I think it just gives you a real smooth ride. As you say, everything just feels planted, your suspension feels like it's worked really well.
Yeah.
So it's a well-designed bike.
So we've got a Bosch motor.
Yep.
Torque?
So you've got 85 Newton meter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty big power.
Yeah.
And on this bike we've now got a 750 watt hour battery.
Yes.
So that's a step up, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So because this is a carbon frame, they've put this huge opening in to fit this massive 750 watt hour battery in there. So the old ones were a 625. Aluminium versions as well are still 625 because they couldn't make that opening. It's big enough to get the battery in.
Okay.
So as you go from your 8 and your 9, which are your aluminium ones, as I said, they'll have your 625 battery in, and then as you get up and up and up to your carbon models, they all come with this 750 battery, which is just.
What does a 750 watt hour battery mean to the average Joe? So how many miles or how much riding time? And obviously I appreciate on the motor you've still got 4 power modes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got like, you know, various levels of assistance, the entry point being eco.
Yep.
So maximum range, little assist. We've got tow. We've got EMTB, which is almost like a reacts to you, anticipates the level of support you need.
Yeah,
Bit of an automatic mode, really.
Yeah.
And then turbo for that full fat, give me all you've got, I want to hoon around.
Yeah.
So from a riding distance mileage point of view, what are we talking?
Oh, good grief. So that's a very broad question, you know, it can bring in absolutely anything. So bringing it local, if you think about our local riding spot, the Dalby Forest, so our higher fleet, we run Rail 7s on there, so they're 625 batteries, and people will very confidently take them out for the full day, and that battery will last. You can go do the entire red route up around Dalby, which is what, 22
miles, longest red route in the country.
Exactly, yeah. So people are getting around that absolutely no bother whatsoever on the smaller battery. So this extra battery, I mean, I can't really put a number on it because it's, you know, accumulates for all sorts of different aspects of your riding style, but it will give you that little bit extra. If you want to go big mountain riding, that 750 is just going to get you up and down and up and down, and
I mean, instinctively, it is only instinctive. I took out the Rail 7 at Dalby a couple of weeks ago with my wife, and we did the blue route twice, we did some of the green route, we came back, we hadn't used 2 bars of the battery,
exactly.
So loads of power. I think that ride was probably 25 miles-ish, so I'm thinking a 750 watt-hour battery, 50, 60 miles should be well achievable, subject to the riding mode that you're in, of course, your weight, your riding style.
So if you're really gunning it and hitting some mega hills, you're going to kill it.
You're going to eat it harder, aren't you? So.
Well, as I say, people do full-day epic rides on these kind of bikes nowadays. They're real capable bikes, and they last a long time if you know how to ride it.
So let's talk about the 9.8 specifically. So other than the battery, what else is a step up on this bike for 2023?
So your big step up is your suspension platform. As we've talked about before, you've got a lot of suspension, but you've got your RockShox Zeb Select Plus front forks, you've got your high speed and your low speed compression on the top there, which just allows you to fine tune that suspension to your preference, to your weight, your riding style, all that kind of stuff. So it's really tunable, it's a really good fork. And similarly on the back, so this is just your RockShox Super Deluxe rear shock. Not as much adjustment, but because of the way it works, you don't often need it.
Okay.
It's just a real good shock. So this suspension platform you've got,
it's first class.
Yeah, exactly. So you've also got the rubber, the Bontrager SE6 tyre on the front, so that's a little bit gnarlier than what was their top end one last year. So this is the SE5 that they've put on the back. And
we're paired with what, carbon wheels, aren't we? So we've got Bontrager's Comp Line 30s.
Yeah, so these are actually aluminium rims.
Oh, they're aluminium rims?
Yeah.
Flipping heck.
Exactly.
That's me back in my box, wow.
Yeah, so your 9.9 will get you up to your Pro, so your carbon wheels. But yeah, this one only comes with aluminium, but they've put the money into other aspects of the bike. Okay. So as I say, you've got your massive battery, you've got your big hitting, really nicely designed carbon frame. This also comes with your carbon handlebars as well,
which looks really well.
Yeah, exactly. And so realistically, carbon wheels are a lot of money. They do kind of eat up a lot of the budget when you're looking at bikes. They do give you a lot back though.
So that might be the only thing you'd upgrade if you were going to do it if you bought this bike.
Yeah, right. So that would be the big upgrade if you wanted to upgrade. Yeah. But realistically, this 9.8 as it comes is an awesome bike. Where they've put the money really
tells.
Yeah, it really kind of gives
So from
a
group set point of view, what have we got? What's this running?
So this is SRAM GX, but this is their Axis, so it's a wireless group set. But what they've done with this one is, as you can see, there is actually a cable in there. That is hardwired into the main battery of the bike. So usually, if you're running the old GX Axis kit, you've got a separate battery, and you've got to remember to take that off, and you've got to charge that as well as your main bike.
Yeah.
And so there's batteries everywhere. This brings it all together. You only have to charge the bike, so your main battery in there, and that then charges and works your derailleur. So it's a real smart system, keeps it really simple.
Talking smart system, this is all changed.
It has indeed.
Tell us about that.
So Bosch have redesigned their displays and controllers. So last year we had a multitude of displays that were quite big. You could either get, the mount on your top, mount on your bars in certain places, but they were all manual buttons with displays with all your readings on. You could get absolutely everything you ever wanted on there. So they've now gone to a really simple design where you've got a single control kind of display unit on built into your head tube there, which has got your power modes on. And that's it.
Right.
So it's a real simple, so it just lights up bars as you go up and down so you can see. And then you've got your simple display and your controller, up on your bar. So it's literally just like an up and down button.
It feels a bit more like just get on and ride, stop staring at a computer screen.
Exactly.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
So rather than trying to focus on numbers and all that kind of stuff, which you can still get a display that does that kind of stuff, but these are just real simple, focus on the trail, just
enjoy the ride.
Out,
and what with that new battery, you don't need to be worried about your range, do you?
Exactly.
So, yeah, impressive. Lovely. Well, really, really nice bike. So, what about the upgrades that are on this bike? There's a bit of Burgtec.
There is a little bit of Burgtec, yeah. So on this one, you've got your Burgtec stem. So they've gone for a real bright, flashy colour so you can see it. Your stem and all your headset spaces are in this real nice, they call it bullion gold, with your matching pedals. But this also has, you might be able to see the axles are matching as well. So you've got your Burgtec axles on there, which
Just real nice accents out there. It really contrasts well.
It's just
it looks
that
superb.
little thing, I think it just makes it pop. You can pretty much do it with any colour, but yeah, all the accessories matching, I think really just...
It looks really well, really well. So there you go, guys. I guess if you've never ridden a rail before, you can do that up at our sister shop, Dalby Forest Cycle Hub. Granted, that's going to put you on a Rail 7, but if you're in the market for a big hitting, big power, carbon, full suspension electric bike, then the Trek Rail 9.8 might just be the bike for you. It's in the shop here at Big Bear Bikes in Pickering. You can talk to the team, they'll give you all the information you need. You can test ride the bikes. So get yourself down here. We'll hopefully see you soon. Take care.
Sweet.